Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, and that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. Okay, now here we have a show that's being hosted by a man that goes by the name of Kevin Samuels, and a woman calls in and she's inquiring on her status on getting a high value man. Okay, now Kevin Samuel ask her a series of questions to see whether or not she's even eligible for a high value man. And her whole mindset is, I don't want to settle for anyone less. And then upon further examining, she sees that herself is not even qualified to get a quote unquote high value man. And then she poses the question to Kevin Samuel, then what am I supposed to do? Having 2 children. And he gives her a biblical answer, okay? And then that's where we're going to stop the video at, and then we're going to go get a few precepts, all right? So without any further delay, let's let the video play.
Supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
A 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your looks?
Natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself, 1 to 10?
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have to listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Man,
ain't nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No, you said so I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not?
I would be settling. I mean, nothing
why
wrong with average.
Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
you ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
No.
Hey, and this is the average mindset for these women that's out here, okay? They look at the average working, man as settling in their heads, okay? They want the Cinderella, Snow White wedding with flowers coming down from heaven, and they want their Prince Charming to come sweep them off their feet. This is their mindset, okay? And that's why I posed the question, are ye wifey material? Okay? This is the convoluted thoughts and ideas that run in their mind, okay? And it goes for all of them, all right? So let's continue to let it play.
You're six. You're five. You said you're six, man. You said you're six. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay, ma'am.
I have my own business.
Congratulations. Don't care, man. You got 2 children, and you said you are 6. I give you 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you.
Look, I didn't say
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension,
okay, so I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well, no, but my issue is, you said settle.
And when you call them out on their nonsense, then they catch an attitude, okay? So we're just bringing this out to show and to correct the behavior, to those women that want to take heed to listen, all right? Because going into Jacob's trouble is going to be a time like no other. And brothers ain't going to have time for all this sassy back talk, and it's just going to be on to the next one, all right?
For him, that means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Raven, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question all the time with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single. Because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide. But that's not.
And that's going to be a lot of these women judgment. They're going to die alone, man. All right, they're going to be caught up in Jacob's trouble, and pretty much they're going to be out in about by their own with no protection. All right, no protection. Because why? In their idea or in their mind, they're settling. Okay, they got to see, is the grass greener on the other side? All right, and you can thank this society for putting this notion or this nonsense inside their head, man. All right, so let's continue to let it play.
Not necessarily easy, it's harder. Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need, except somebody to share life with. And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards? Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your high standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is, why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have, Kevin, they don't have to settle for me.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right? No. And you go off women.
No. If you want to know, high value men, that's good.
And need I remind you, this is the mindset of a 37-year-old woman with 2 children. So allegedly, she's supposed to have more sense than the younger woman. So you can only imagine what women her age and younger thinks like, okay?
Completely difficult. That's less than 10% of men. And high value men get high value women. Women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am. Yes. Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could could be. I mean,
it could be. So
Can I tell you about myself?
Hold on.
They cannot control their temper, their mouth. You see, this is one thing. This is something that a man or quote unquote man of high value don't want to deal with, man. Lip talking back, okay? Just know when to zip it. Don't keep, being combative, all right?
Ma'am, you're 37 with 2 children. Where in the world do women who are average to above average, average to cute, who are a little overweight with 2 kids, where are these women in high demand?
Okay, man, I'm working on myself. So if
I asked a very specific question. It's not because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there, can I?
And see,
so you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds and
80 years ago with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
You said 80
years ago. 80 years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men? 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am, this is what I want you guys to understand, especially in the black community.
Which is why when Jacob trouble hits, 7 women will take hold to 1 man. Because it's going to be a limited amount of men of wisdom, according to the Holy Bible, around that could actually provide a covering, a safe place for these women. Which is why at that time, it's going to be up to that brother's discretion whether or not he deals with however many women he want or not. Okay, because the true high value man is the man of the Lord. Okay, these men that have fancy cars and houses and all that right now, that's cool on this side, but once all hell breaks loose, that ain't gonna matter at all. Okay, the women are going to be seeking those with understanding, and that's favor, and that's blessed, and that the Lord Yahweh is dealing with through his only begotten son Yahushua. All right, and a man of that caliber, of that status, the elect are not going to want to deal with women like this. All right, that don't know how to zip it. Okay.
You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination, and I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair.
Okay.
But listen.
I'm listening.
But the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Now here's the part. This is the part where she gets you could say a revelation. Listen.
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. Let me be honest, you can't. You're 37.
Let me bring that back again in case you didn't hear it. When she asked Kevin Samuel, how does she get a high value man? Let's listen one more time what he told her, because this is going to be the case for a lot of you women out there. All right, speaking on, are you wifey material? Okay, because one of your only objectives is to what? Bear seed. Okay, bring forth seed amongst serving the man. Okay, so let's go and let's listen to this part one more time.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. Let me be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
But Kevin,
All right, that's it. The point was made. Now let's go get a few precepts. All right, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26, and we're going to go to verse 8. It reads, a drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger. So a drunken woman, one that's always drinking, and going out, partying, can't sit at home, okay? Because in her mind, she's missing something. If she ain't doing something, she's out missing. Don't have any clue on what's going on, okay? That's why you have these broads calling into this show, man, okay? They don't know what's going on, man. They instinctively crave for someone to guide them and to lead them. That's why they call in on these shows, man. Because they don't have a man, okay? They drunk. They're drunkards. They can have a glass, a bottle of wine, and their toy, and that only going to last for so long until they actually need interaction with the other sex, man. Okay? So they call into these shows and they get in arguments like that because they need that attention. So it says a drunken woman and a gatter. A gatter is someone who wanders aimlessly looking for pleasure. It says a drunken woman and a gatter abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. She don't know how to shut up, man. It's intrinsically, they have to continue to speak and get the quote-unquote last word, which is why the Most High is going to shut their mouth up during Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? The only way they're going to get it is being reincarnated, okay? Like Kevin Samuels told her. You're going to have to be on alive on this side and then come back in the kingdom as a righteous woman. But you're going to have to start off as an infant, okay? So let's read that one more time. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 8. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. Don't no man want to have to worry about, whether or not this woman has been ran through by multiple different guys when he has to take her out. That's a shame, man. In this society, you go on a date, and here it is, she's trying to play wifey material. Meanwhile, she done already had 4 or 5, I'm just being modest, could probably be 500. She done probably had 4 or 5 guys in the same town that you in that done ran through her, and now you out on a date looking like a simp, man, okay? Taking her out, showing her the time of her life, when here it is, she don't got no respect for herself, man. Okay? She just using you as a what? As a rebound, as they say, quote unquote. So a drunken woman and a gatter abroad causes great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. She's proud of it, okay? As they say, got all dressed up and nowhere to go. They don't know where they're going at. They have to have direction. This is quintessential to their development. They need guidance, leadership. That's why they're supposed to be transferred from their father into their husband. At no point should they be out on their own, which is why you see them in such shambles in this society that Esau Edom is promoting that type of behavior. Independent. Now they got 3 different baby daddies. They in their mid-30s, early 40s, trying to settle down. Talking about, I want a high-value man. I don't want to settle for less. I deserve a high-value man. When you yourself is below average. Okay? What do you have that a quote-unquote high-value man would value? You don't know how to keep quiet. You probably don't know how to cook and clean. Okay, what do you have? A man doesn't care about how much money you make. In all honesty, that's a negative. Okay? A man is supposed to be a provider. So you coming in here saying that you make such and such amount a year, you thinking that's a flex, but that's actually a bad thing, man. What can you bring to that man's life that's going to help him? Can you be non-combative? Can you be quiet? Can you be submissive? This is what a wife is supposed to be. Can you serve that man? Do you know what he likes? Okay? That woman, that type of woman, as we currently speak, is not in existence. It's going to have to be made. And that's what Jacob's trouble is going to do. It's going to make that type of woman. It's going to break that yoke which Esau has put on, and it's going to release it, and she's going to be feminine again. Okay? And if they don't, well, they'll have to, as Kevin Samuel say, be reincarnated. Okay? Reincarnated. However that Kendrick Lamar song. I woke up. So they going to have to be reincarnated, man. All right? Ain't no other way around it, man. You see the mindset. That mindset is as they say, hey, you got to break that, okay? You got to break that mindset, all right? And Jacob's trouble is the perfect tool to break it, because if they don't get it with Jacob's trouble, guess what? They won't get it moving forward, so they got to be reincarnated. Those missiles is going to do the job too. So let's jump down to verse 15. It says, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. This is wifey material, man. A woman that's shamefaced, you know how rare that is to come across in this day and time? That's like finding a ruby. You find a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, okay? You don't find that. You don't find that anymore, okay? Like Samuel said, maybe 80 years ago, but here in 2025, you don't find that anymore. That's rare. They want to be bold. They want to ask you questions. They want to look you dead in your eye. They want to see how much you make. You know, they want to size you up, okay? Like they the prize. Like you auditioning for them. They want to size you up. All right? And you could, hey, that's part of being under the curses. We already understand that. Okay? That's why we can't wait to get the hell up out of here, man. It says a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. In her continent, mind cannot be valued. You can't find a woman like that, man. That's where it goes into Proverbs 30. A virtuous woman is worth, what does it say? Let's see if we can go there. Because you got these women out here that's quoting and putting Proverbs 30 up and talking all that, and they don't have any idea what it means. They just regurgitating some shit they heard from their pastors in the churches, man. Let's go to Proverbs 30. Because they quick to jump and say, I'm a Proverbs 30 woman. Let's see, Proverbs 30. What is it? Virtuous woman. Yes, Proverbs 31, verse 10. It reads, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. You know, it's actually going into this knowledge, but, you know, women like to apply this to themselves because they're so, you know, conceited, man. They think it's all about them. All right? You won't find no more shame-faced women, man. Okay? If you do, you consider yourself blessed, man. But you're gonna find them during Jacob's trouble. Okay? They're gonna come by the boatload, man. That's why the true high value man is the man of the Lord. And as Kevin Samuel said, there's 10% or less of high value men in this society. Imagine when all hell breaks loose. It's only going to be a small percent of high value men according to this word, this truth, this knowledge. And that's the elect. Okay? So Proverbs 31 in verse 10 says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. Verse 12, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Right? And we know, hey, I was just scrolling through the videos, and there was a TikTok, I believe, or maybe it was a YouTube video, and this woman, she was dancing on TikTok for her audience, and then her husband walked in, and he asked her, why are you always dancing when I come through the house? Okay? And she argumentatively talked back to him, saying, you toxic as and then he said, well, being that is, give me my keys to the car. She gave him the keys to the car. Then he said, give me that watch I bought for you. She gave him that watch. And he said, give me the phone that I bought from you. And she gave him the phone. And then I believe that's when she said, you toxic as hell, I'm leaving. You see? This is the mindset of the modern day woman. And then when he snatched the wig off of her damn head, she got quiet then. Okay? She got quiet. Showing you that, intrinsically, the woman's beauty is her hair, man. And because our women are so out of order, the Most High smite the top of their head with a scab where they can't grow to keep them humble. But even in their lowest state, they still somehow seem to be proud, man. Until you snatch that wig up off the head, then they become humble, man. Okay? That's when they become humble. When you snatch that up off their head, you see their humility. Okay? When you snatch that rug from off their head, they become humble. That's when they show you a sign of virtuous. Okay? Until that, they gonna be rambunctious, loud mouth, argumentatively, and everything. Then when you snatch that off of their head, it's like their superpowers. It's like their superpowers diminish, man. All right? It's like their superpowers diminish. So it says, verse 12, she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Right? So it's rare that you find a shamefaced woman, man. A shameless woman. Okay? Let's go back to that in Ecclesiasticus 26. I believe it was verse 15. It says, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her contented mind cannot be valued. Right? It's very rare that you find that in this society, man. All right? So the question is still posed. Reading these scriptures, ask yourself, are you wifey material? Okay? Are you wifey material? And the most part, is undoubtedly the answer is no for a vast majority of our women. Okay? Let's jump down to verse 25. It reads, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Right? She's shameless. She has no shame, man. She's argumentatively, she's combative. She thinks she's a man. She thinks she wears the pants. Okay? She's shameless. She has no, what's the word? Shame in her game. She'll talk back to you like she's a man. She'll talk back to you like she don't got no filter. She has no until you snatch that wig, and then she gets that shame, especially in public, man. Okay? Especially in public. And there was another clip surfacing on YouTube where this woman was, and she was a good looking woman, all right, even without the wig. So she was having an interview sitting on the couch, and as she was talking, her wig slid off of her head and went behind the couch, and she couldn't grab it in time, and she was speechless. She was speechless. It's like when that wig comes off, they lose their power. That power of being defiant. It's like when that wig comes off, especially in front of an audience, they lose that power, man. That defiant, rebellious, you can't tell me I'm strong, I'm independent. They lose that, okay? And that's prevalent and prominent amongst the so-called black women, the tribe of Judah, you know, from Benjamin, Levi, and especially Judah, okay? More so the tribe of Judah itself, all right? So it says, Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, right? You know, and you could tell a woman whether or not she's shamefaced, man. How does she conduct herself? You see? You shouldn't even be on another man's platform, all right? But in this society, they got to look for answers, okay? Because everything they tried prior to that has failed. So now, the same thing that she's looking for, she's getting a dose of reality, okay? She's on a show, a podcast, trying to find out how to get a high-value man. And as it goes on, he gives her a scenario in the sense that if you are a 2.0 student, should you be trying to go to Yale or Harvard, or should you be trying to go to a community college? And she said, well, if I have a 2.0 grade point average, I should be trying to get into junior college. And he said, well, that's what you are. You're JUCO. You're not a Yale, or you're not a Harvard, candidate. So you're not wifey material, man. Okay? You're not wifey material. All right? And that's on this side. Okay? Jacob's trouble is going to be completely different, man. Okay? Because Jacob's trouble is going to be, can you be that man's rest? Or are you going to bring him, stormy weather? Don't no man want to have to worry about going through a stormy weather when you got, elements coming from all sides and during Jacob's trouble, okay? And this is what y'all purpose is, man. Y'all purpose is to bring forth seed and to serve your man. If the Lord give it to you, if the Lord put you in that man's life, it's for you to serve him. It's for you to be a pillar of rest. It's not for you to be combative and tell him this and tell him that. It's for you to shut the hell up, man. So you need to be working on your what's the word? You need to be working, you need to be working on your, it's not will, it's not discipline. You just need to be working on controlling your lip, okay? All right? Keeping that bridle inside your mouth so you don't, because it goes into that in the book of James, okay? It says the smallest member, which is your tongue, can do a lot, okay? It can either bless or it can curse, man. It can either put out fire or it can start fire, all right? And a lot of you women, you need to work on keeping that tongue in check, man, okay? Because it can either put out fire or it can what? It can start a fire. Let's see if we can pull that up in James. This is James 3 and verse 5. It says, even so the tongue is a little member and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. Let me see if I can get to the exact verse. For every kind of beast, but the tongue can no man tame. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessings and cursings. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. Doeth a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? Fig tree. Let me see. Give me 1 second. So it says, I think the point was verse 5. Even so the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things. Behold, how great matter a little fire kindleth, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that defileth the whole body, and set afire for every kind of beast. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Therefore bless we the Most High, even the Father, and therewith curse we man, which are made after the similitude of the Most High. Out of the same mouth, here it is, proceedeth blessings and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. Okay? So, I believe, let me see. So we understand that the tongue is one of the smallest members, but it can do, great danger, or it can do, wonderful deeds, okay? And you women, you have to know how to control that, okay? That's what you ought to be working on right now, controlling that tongue, man. All right? You supposed to be building your man up when the Lord puts you in his life, all right? Not trying to tear him down, because that tongue, a lot of men have done things that they shouldn't because that woman couldn't control that tongue, man. Okay? She didn't know how to just zip it and just submit, okay? They always got to try to get that last word, man. So it says, out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. All right? So just showing you that the tongue, although it's the smallest or one of the smallest members of the body, it has a lot of influence, man. Okay? It can either give blessings or curses, man. So you women, you need to, practice on keeping it in control, man. All right? Because the brother don't want to have to deal with that. And, Abaratasa, if the brothers of the elect during Jacob's trouble, they get a woman, they're going to have the wherewithal to know, okay, this woman, she going to be combative and talk back and don't know how to shut up. Hey, let her go on about her business and do what it is that she has to do, okay? So just harping on that point, going back to Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and 25, it says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Hey, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Right. So she's going to understand and you know, her purpose why she was brought here on this earth was to what? Serve her man in all subjectivity. Okay? Be a pillar of rest for that man. All right? Because why else would we need a woman for, man? We don't need you for conversation. All right? We don't need you to make money. Okay? We need you for that you know, for that pillar of rest, to be there, you know, just to, hey, make sure everything is going okay. All right? Holding down, you know, your duties as a woman. Okay? Which is the what? Serve the man. All right? Yes, my Lord. All right? No talking back, man. It's just that simple. And we understand we under the curses, so you got that, you know, that urge to want to try to, but you got to put that in check, man. You got to work on that. Okay? And if you're a woman of the elect, you're going to get it right. All right? Because that's your purpose. All right? It's not whenever Esau Edom told you that you got to go to school, get you a degree, get you a bachelor's, get you a master's, start your own business, be a career-driven woman. That's not your purpose. Okay? Your purpose is already set out for you according to this word, man. All right? Let's go to 2 Timothy. First. This is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9. It reads, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety. Here it is again, shamefacedness, okay? To women, that's you taking a stab at them. I gotta be submissive and humble. If you want to be delivered and receive salvation, you're going to have to be this, okay? If not, fine. Do it your way and get demolished. It says, in like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array. Right. Trying to be a token for the whole world to see. You're supposed to be putting on for your husband. Okay? You're not supposed to be putting on display for the whole world to consume. You're supposed to be what? Shamefacedness. Okay? It says verse 10, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. So if you learn it, you watching a brother video, you're supposed to limit your talking to minimum. Okay? Minimum. All right? You're not supposed to really be doing that much. Okay? We're not even supposed to know you're there. You're just supposed to be taking in this knowledge, preparing yourself, getting yourself together. So when and if the Lord brings you into a man's life, you will be prepared to be his wife. All right? So it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Because what the brother is bringing out is going to give you the keys that you're going to need to receive that salvation through that brother, if the Lord is working with him. Okay? It says, verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Okay? See, there's order in this thing. You don't see us men trying to usurp the authority of Yahushua. No. We get in line with the order. Okay? Just like you, we have to be subjective and we have to subject ourselves to the teachers and learners of Yahushua. Okay? It's order. Okay? It's Yahweh, the Father, Yahushua, the only begotten Son, man, and then the woman. Okay? You're supposed to be learning under us. All right? There's the blueprint for you to see. You don't see the man trying to usurp the authority over Yahushua, so why would you try to usurp the authority over the man? Because you're out of order. Okay? You don't need to be trying to be the man, as they say. All right? You need to be playing your role, which is the woman, to serve. Okay? There's power in that. All right? There's power when you're in your proper, mind. And you're not trying to do what's not required from you. Okay? We don't care about your job. We don't care about, how many degrees you got. We don't care about how many places you done traveled to. We don't care about any of that shit, man. Okay? That's useless to us. In the time of adversity, what good is your job going to do for us? What good is you traveling around the world is going to do for us? When we can't eat, when we can't sleep, is you telling me that you've been to, what's that place? Dubai? Is that going to help me sleep better at night? Is you telling me that you went to Turco Caicos or whatever that is that going to make my belly full? Is you saying, hey, I got a master's in child development? Is that going to make me want to just jump for joy? No. All that shit is useless, man. Okay? You being able to take orders, keep your mouth closed, keep that little tongue, that member of your body closed, and just be a pillar of rest. If you can't do that, then hey, see ya. Okay? It's just that simple. See ya. All right? We got to make moves that's going to determine whether or not we get chosen to be what? Picked for salvation. Okay? Here it is. You trying to put thoughts into that brother's head. Well, if we just go down there and we get the chip, we can get some. Oh, man. Go by yourself. See, that's why it's almost going to be better for certain brothers to take on this by themselves, man. So that woman don't get inside your head and cause you to go astray, man. You got to tell that woman no. And the fact that you even got to tell her that shows you that she ain't 9 out of 10 times the one for you, man. If you got to give her a crash course on the run, it's going to be very challenging to say the least for you. Okay? Here it is, we in the middle of Jacob's trouble, and you giving her a crash course, man. You see, she's supposed to be getting her shit together right now, man, where she just gets to be put onto your way and she, fuse with you to become one on the same accord. Okay? She's supposed to be adopting your mindset, and you have in turn adopted the mindset of Yahushua, who is in the likeness of Yahweh. So everything is working all together as one. Okay? And that's how she's going to be what? Saved through you. Okay? And why? For what? Childbearing. Not because she got a damn degree in psychology. Okay? Not because she been to Turk and Caicos, or because she been to Dubai, or because she got a 9-figure a month job. That's irrelevant, okay? All that shit is worldly, man. And it's going to all fade away. What are you going to be able to do moving forward? Okay? That's the purpose. So it says, verse 12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Right? The woman is the one that was deceived, man. She was the one that was in transgression, okay? She took the bite because the serpent told her that it would open up her eyes and she could see everything. Just like the serpent Esau, the so-called white man, told her here in this society, oh, go get your degree. You're going to be on the same playing field as the man. You could come into the workforce. You see? You can go be a professional basketball player, WNBA player. You see? This is what Eve, this is the woman, okay? She was in the transgression. It says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Right, so the woman was the one that the serpent deceived because why? He knew the woman was the weaker vessel, okay? It says 15, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. This is why she will be saved, man. To what? Bring forth the nation again, because there's going to be a lot of Israelites that get destroyed on this side. All right. And women are going to be what? The ones that bring forth the seed of the man. The man is going to impregnate the woman and she's going to bring forth that child. That's why she's going to be saved. Okay. Not because of her degrees, not because, she thinks she's a high value woman. Okay. No. All right. It's to be a servant to that man, to bring forth his offspring, and to be a pillar of rest, okay? It's just that simple. It says, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith, in charity, and holiness with sobriety, all right? She has to continue to be shamefaced, man, all right? Because when Eve started to get that, she done been through college and you can't tell her nothing. You a sorry ass nigga and all this and all that. She's she's quote unquote drunk with power that the serpent done gave her, man. You a toxic ass ninja. I don't need you. That's all. See, we don't got time for that, man. All right. It's that little member, that tongue running. It can either put fire out or it can start up a fire. All right. That's that little member, that tongue. That Eve, she can't beat you. So the next thing she want to do is incite you, rouse you up with that tongue, man. You see, and that's why you brothers, you got to be careful what you tell these women, man, because they're going to use it against you. In the heat of argument or moment, they'll use what you told her against you to get you, really stirred up. So that's why, hey, limit what you tell these women, man. Okay? Don't be telling them everything, because they're going to turn around and use it against you in the heat of an argument. All right? So be very mindful of these things. Okay? Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Let me make sure I was through with that. Make sure I finished reading that. Yeah, I said in charity and holiness with sobriety. So let's go to 1 Corinthians 14. And start at verse 34. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 34. It says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. You see? And you got simps outside of this truth that say, man, y'all treat y'all women bad, man. They can't speak. They can't talk. They can't do anything. Why would a woman want to be part of that? Hey, man. Oh, man. Hey, if she's a woman of the Lord, if she's a woman of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, she has no issue with being obedience and silence because she understands the severity that's coming. Okay? You want to be loud and rambunctious and being heard? Well, guess what? You're going to have that opportunity when that fire start to burn your ass. You're going to be able to yell as loud as you want to. Because you're going to have so many other people yelling. Y'all can have a contest of who can yell the loudest when y'all getting burned up. While you're going to have a woman of the Lord, the woman of the elect, that's quiet and being silent. She's going to be what? Being saved through what? Her husband bringing forth seed, okay, in the kingdom. All right? While you loud ass, women want to, hey, do y'all, man. By all stretch of the imagination, do you. Okay, if you feel that coming into this truth is hindering you and you can't have a voice to speak and talk and you want to talk, go do you. Okay? Just do it. As Nike say, just do it. And you're going to have a full voice to speak when that heat comes. Okay? You're going to be seeing who got the loudest voice, who could cry the loudest. All right? And them simple ass ninjas that's telling you that too. Okay? Y'all can all cry and go yell together, man. All right? Because we're not here to placate and acquiesce to the woman, man. Give her a voice so she can be heard. No, we here to say what thus saith Yahweh, man. Okay? We ain't trying to put ourselves above Yahushua and say we're going to deliver Israel. No, we understand Yahushua is the Savior. He is our salvation. All right? We understand that. Okay? So it's all about order, man. All right? So it says 1 Corinthians 14:34, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. Right? So they supposed to be in subject to the word, man. And they don't supposed to be, putting their voices and, images to a degree to be seen like that, man. They supposed to be, as we read, don't have broaded hair, go. You're not supposed to be in this thing to be seen, man. The less you are seen and heard of, the better. Okay? You got questions? Ask your husband at home, man. If you ain't got a husband, continue to learn in silence. And when the time comes, if the Lord see fit, he'll put you in that man's life, man. Okay? What do you really need to learn about the prophecies if you're not prophesying? You just need to learn how to be silent. Okay? That's what you should be working on. How do I be silent? How do I keep silent? That's what you need to be working on this side. All right? So it says, verse 35, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. So if you have a man, a husband in the truth, and you need to learn or you want to ask a question, ask him at home. Okay, that's when you get your learning from, under the tutelage of your husband. Okay? You don't go ask different men. That's going way off, man. And you know it. Oh, well, he can have multiple wives. Why can't I go and have different, men I want to talk to? Because that's not order. Okay? What are you going to do with 100 different men when you can only get impregnated once? You see? That's that type of mindset that got to be destroyed, completely dismantled here in Babylon the Great. There can be nothing fruitful from you trying to sleep with 100 different men other than you want to be a whore. Okay? You cannot build a nation. All right? The Most High isn't dealing with you in that capacity. The man is who he's dealing with to build a nation. All right? A man can impregnate 100 different women in one night. And you can only get impregnated by one man in one night if the Lord sanctioned it. All right? So it's called order. And either you get in order and in line on this side, or you're going to get reincarnated and you'll be brought back into the kingdom, and then you'll be in order. All right? So it says, verse 35, and if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, For it is a shame for women to speak in the church, right? So when brothers are conducting classes and lessons and they out on the highway and hedges, and you women, you posting up scripts and saying stuff and all that, that's not righteous, man. Just don't even say anything, okay? If you got a husband at home, ask him, why are you even watching other brother videos and you got a husband? And then you asking questions. You're opening the grounds for, disputations between you and your man at home, when you need to just shut the hell up, man, and learn from your husband. All right? And if you want to say and introduce him or tell him about it, but don't be trying to teach him a damn thing, man. All right? Tell him that, and if he wants to listen and start watching videos, let him do so. But you don't be trying to sit here and break down scriptures and tell him. That ain't your role, man. Your role is to keep the silence, all right? Don't be trying to teach him and feel like you superior over him. Oh, let me show you what I learned by watching this brother video, right? No, man, shut the hell up, man. Let that brother observe, and if you can't grow with him, just keep your mouth closed, man. If it be good for him to dwell with you, then let him dwell with you, okay? If he's a non-believer, all right? And if a brother got a wife and she's a non-believer and it be good for her to dwell with him, then let her dwell with him, man, okay? But don't be trying to teach that man nothing as if you was a prophet when you're not, okay? See, are you wifey material? And the question that's being answered is no for the most part, all right? So then what are you? You can't even say you a concubine. You're just a reprobate, man, waiting to be destroyed here on this side if you don't repent, all right? So if you need to work on your tongue, the member, to show how to keep quiet and keep silence, work on it, okay? Because we understand you're out in no man's land. You have no protection, no hedge. A vast majority of the women, they have no hedge. They left from up under their father's house to go out in the world to quote unquote be that independent woman. So now when the lights go out here in Babylon, they're going to have no protection or hedge whatsoever. They left from up under their father's house and they didn't go to a husband as they supposed to. When they supposed to leave from their father into a husband, they skipped that process. Now they out there in the deep blue sea, out there in the ocean, trying to keep afloat with sharks and all type of, creatures swimming up under them. Waiting to get the green light from Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah to start attacking y'all ass, man. And that's when that man is going to be that covering, okay, that raft that you're going to be needing, that lifeline. And if you ain't right, guess what? He going to give you that cold shoulder and tell your ass to keep moving. And you're going to sink down to the bottom and be fish food, all right? So are you wifey material? The grass ain't always greener on the other side. I don't want to settle down. I don't want to settle. Bitch, look. Look at you, man. What makes you the prize? I don't want to settle. I want a high value man. Bitch, what makes you the prize? That's the real question. What and what metrics are you the prize? If you want a high value man, why would he want somebody like you? You've lost all your worthiness, your value. You lost all your value. What you ought to do is go back to the father of your children and ask him back and be humble. See, that's what a lot of you women need to do, man. All right? Because more times out of none, it's your fault. Okay? You women that's got children and the fathers are still around, you need to go back and ask them for forgiveness and repent and get back into their life, man. Okay? Because how the hell you going to be saved in this time, man? Okay? Here it is. You got 5 damn children with 3 different baby daddies, man. You need to go back. Hey, you can't even amend some of that. Because you don't know who they are. You know. They don't want you back because you're slick mouth. And you just going to be out there for missile food, man. Or what other type of judgment the Most High is going to bring forth on you. All right? So you got to really start to examine yourself. All right? Am I worthy? Am I even worthy for it, man? What do I need to do? How do I need to correct myself? Well, it starts by shutting the hell up, man. All right? And realizing the man don't need your damn input. That's the biggest thing Eve got to get in her head. The man does not need your input. Just by you shutting the hell up, you saying a lot. By you saying nothing, you saying a lot. All right? And like I said, Eve is real proud until you snatch that damn wig off her head, man. And then she becomes shamefaced. But other than that, she's shameless, man. She got no shame in her game as long as that wig is on tight. That lace front is on right. Eve is one bold-ass woman, man. Defiant. But if you pull that wig, if you snatch that wig from up off her head, oh boy, you just took her to a whole nother dimension. Let's see if we can bring that up, and then we go ahead and close out. 1 Corinthians. It's like it's Isaiah 13, if I'm not mistaken. Or is it 3? This is Isaiah 3 and 17. It reads, therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. Right? Because the hair is supposed to be the woman glory, but the crowns of the daughters of Zion, particular the southern kingdom women, you know, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they can't really grow hair like that because their crown is being smite with that scab. That's part of the curses. So they can't really grow hair. So what do? They go get these elaborate wigs, you know, to give them that luscious, flowing looking hair. Okay, but they're gonna get that hair back in the kingdom, man. Okay, that's gonna be part of the curses when they get taken up off of us. That's gonna be part of the curses being lifted from up off of our people. Is that Eve? She gonna get her hair. Okay, that long, nice, thick, curly hair. It's gonna be all the way back down to her ass, man, and probably even reaching to the floor. She gonna have her glory back. Okay, when Eve is in her right mind, when our women get back in their right mind, when our women get back in their right mind, they're gonna be a beautiful thing to behold, man. Okay, it's not that we hate our sisters. It's just that they out of line, man, and we got to correct them. But when they get back in their right mind, they're going to be a beautiful sight to behold, man. Beautiful. They already beautiful. It's just that damn mouth, that tongue, man, that makes them unappealing. All right? If she had 2 children and she knew how to shut the hell up and be submissive, it'd be a whole different ball game, man. But it's that defiance in the face of adversity, knowing that she's already behind a proverbial 8-ball with 2 children, probably don't know who her daddy is or baby daddies is, or don't want to deal with them, and she's that damn defiant. That's what makes her so damn unattractive, man. You see? But overall, our women in general, they are very beautiful, you know? If you wasn't able to hear their damn voice and being able to hear them just that loud, man. And they got a one-ton eyes and they walk with a stretched neck. They roll their neck like they all that. It's just their mannerisms, man. We hate that shit. It's too proud, man. We in the spirit. We are in We supposed to be in a spirit of mourning, man. And you got Eve so goddamn proud, man. She walked with the one-ton eyes, a stretched out neck, you know, like the curses don't affect her, man. Like that song by Outkast. I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little closer, see your really smell like boo boo boo. See your roses really smell like boo boo boo, man. That's what we don't like, man. It's not that we don't like our women. We don't like their mannerisms. We don't like their haughtiness, their proudness, you know. And that's why we waiting to the day that shit gets broken, that they get broken, man, that they get back in their right mind, okay? And we understand that there's a very, emphasize on the word very, and even more so small, there's a very small number of women that actually adhere to that wholeheartedly. Like less than 0.1%. Okay? And it's going to be found out during Jacob's trouble, all right? A lot of them say they are a virtuous woman right now and all this and all that, yada, 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 yada. But when Jacob's trouble comes, it's going to be the ultimate test, all right? Along with those brothers too, man. Okay? It's going to be the ultimate test for everyone, all right? That's why we're trying to get right now and put ourselves in the best predicament going forward into that time, all right? So we get on our women so they can get right before that time happens, man, because they're not coming into a brother's life bringing him anything but rest, okay? If they want to be argumentatively, hey, go ahead and do that to someone else, man. So let's go ahead and wrap that up. Let's take it over to 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. And let us read it. This is 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Right? And he gave Eve the notion or the idea that she can do this all by herself. All right? And she bought it hook, line, and sinker, man. All right? You can't tell her nothing. She deserves a high-value man. All right? She deserves it. She went and got a career, an education. She may even say her children are well-behaved in her own opinion. Okay? None of this is coming from the man's point of view. This is all her point of view. You see? So what does she really want? She doesn't want a man. She wants somebody to what? Kiss her feet. She wants that Prince Charming. She thinks she deserves that Prince Charming to come sweep her up off her feet. She don't want a man. She want that damn happily ever after ending, that Disney World happily ever after ending that she done been lied to, okay? So 1 Peter 5 and 8, be sober, be vigilant. Because what? The men are the prize, all right? The men of the Lord, they are the high value. What is that? Isaiah 13 and 12, I will make a man more. Let's read it. Okay, because the men are the prize. The men of the Lord. They are the prize. The elect men of the Lord. They are the prize. Isaiah 13 and 12. It reads, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. A man of the Lord, a man of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, is indeed truly the true prize. Okay? They are the elect man. They are the man that Yahweh, through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, is going to be dealing with during the time of all hell being broken loose. These so-called, quote-unquote, high-value men of this world, they're going to be useless in that time. Okay? They ain't going to be worth jack. All right? And the women that's attached to them, we don't want them when they start to get knocked off, when the Lord don't deal with them. And then you got to find somewhere else to hit your wagon to, because now the man that you thought of this society that was a high-value man, you come to find out that he ain't worth shit in the face of adversity. And he done got knocked off by a wild beast, teeth of wild beast, by some type of famine, by some type of this, and by all metrics, you somehow survive. And now you got to hitch your wagon to somebody else for survival. And you think you're going to come alongside and get a man of the Lord? We can see right through you. All right? And we don't want you. Okay? We don't want you. You're loud. You're rambunctious. You're defiant. You could keep all that to yourself, man. Be that strong, independent woman and go yell to the top of a mountain somewhere and you know, that's you. All right? So 1 Peter 5 and verse 8 is telling us to be what? Sober and what else? Vigilant. All right? Is Eve taking heed? No. All right? She's worried about that high value man. Okay? When his value is steadily declining, all right, and the value of the men of the elect is steady on the rise, all right, that high value man in Esau Edom society, his stock is plummeting, man. Because we see the times is changing, man. We coming to the ends of the ends of this man world, the end of this man's society. So that man that you think is really worth some shit, he ain't worth nothing. All those businesses that he's acquired and all that land that he got and everything else, all that's going to be done away with here in Babylon the Great. But that meek and man with that contrite and humble spirit, that fear Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, his stock is skyrocketing. It's getting ready to take off. You see? When Jacob's trouble come, it's just going to only continue to move. And then when the chariots come, that's when it's going to hit its peak. That's when, hey, if you a woman and you've been doing what you're supposed to do and you've been put into that man's life, you're going to be saved, and however many other women that he's got is going to be saved, and they're going to be brought into the chariots to be what? Brought back down to be what? Brought into their fullness to be what? Bring forth that man's child, his children, to serve him in all righteousness and be a pillar of rest for him. You see? And then you're going to have your right mind. Just think. The way you're thinking right now, once you get beamed up into the chariots, it's going to be no longer. Okay? You're going to be put into the right thought of mind. Okay? So this is the sobriety that the woman should be thinking about, man. Okay? I got to get my mind changed. I'm going to be changed when I get beamed up into the chariots, okay? I'm going to be in my right mind. I understand that I may think why he got to have multiple women, but I'm willing to be submissive and learn, okay? Because it's going to be all explained to you when you get changed. When you get that new body, never to ever be able to die again, because that's only afforded to the Israelites, okay? Man and woman. So you Israelite women, guess what? You're going to be changed. You're going to get that new body. All right? That should be enough to satisfy anything that you got going on in your mind. I'm going to be changed. I'm going to be made new. I'm going to have a new heart, a new mind. Never to have to think about these thoughts ever again. That's your sobriety. It says be sober. Be vigilant, because the devil wants you thinking and second guessing yourself. Why I gotta share my man? See, that's the wrong mindset. That's not your man, okay? In the sense that he only belongs to you. All right? That's your man in the sense that you belong to him. All right? But he can have other women because it's profitable. He can bring forth seed by impregnating more than one woman. In the period of, let's say a period of a month, he could probably impregnate over 1,000 women, but you can't only but get impregnated one time. All right? And the amount of Israelites that's going to be unalive on this side, we're going to have to bring back in the kingdom. And that's going to be a lot of Israelites. Okay? A lot. And to be so selfish as to think that you're going to be able to bring forth millions of Israelites over the course of, let's say, a few years or so is unbelievable. You're not going to be able to do it. Okay? You're going to need other women with like-minded, also like you, that's going to be willing to bring forth the seeds into the kingdom. And that's why that man, that brother, is going to have concubines as well. Other women from other nations, okay? They won't live forever because they're not an Israelite, but he's going to have concubines, all right? And it's all within his rights, his birthright as an Israelite, all right? So 1 Peter 5:8 says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And he know, okay? That's why he went to Eve. That's why Eve was in the transgression, because he knows the woman is the weaker vessel. So he gives you that notion, oh, he's cheating on you because he's stepping out with another woman. When that's not cheating. Now, he would be cheating on you if that woman was already married to another man. But if that woman isn't married, he's not stepping out on you. But if you go and step out and have sex with another man, then guess what? Whether that man is married or not, you're cheating on your husband. And in terms, you're causing that man to be marked as an adulterer because he's cheating. Okay? He's cheating with you on him. All right? So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.